Hi, welcome to the next chapter. I'm Phil, and today's article review is going to focus on 12 steps to grow your 401k to $1 million. Before we jump into the review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Help the channel grow. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another article review from the next chapter team. Step number 1 on your path to becoming a 401k millionaire, signing up for that 401k as soon as possible. Overall, you got to remember, it's time in the market. You want to sign up as soon as possible, as soon as you're in a good position to get there and to invest consistently. So signing up, even if it's a small dollar amount, is your first step on your path to a 401k millionaire status. Step number 2, contribute enough to get that company match. A lot of companies offer a match if you invest up to a certain dollar amount. A lot of times it's 3-4% as soon as you get to 3 or even 6%. Sometimes it's like 50 cents on every dollar up to 6%. So again, figure out what your company match is and work your way to get there. That's going to take some budgeting and some spending plan control to make sure your overall day-to-day spending can support you getting to the company match. But it is worth it over the long run. So again, step number 1, sign up as soon as possible. Step number 2, work your way to get to the point you're getting that full company match. That is free money to help your balance grow. All right, now step number 3, contribute regularly until you hit that annual cap. Not sure what the cap is? Let me break it down for you real quick. 401k annual cap in 2024 is $23,000, and in 2025 will be $23,500. And then if you're doing an IRA, that could be Roth or traditional, it is $7,000. That's the annual cap. And next year in 2025, it'll also be $7,000. The fourth tip, make sure you're investing in some stocks. What they're really saying here is, because not all 401ks have stocks, make sure you do mutual funds or ETFs that actually are stock-based. The call out is basically don't do strictly bonds or treasuries, because that's not going to grow at the rate that you want to help you get to a big dollar amount over time. Investing in stocks, large caps, mid caps, and small caps will help you grow a little faster than bonds usually. Number 5 tip, let that money sit in there and compounding interest. Let compounding interest do the heavy lifting. That is growth on your investing. And then from there, your balance grows, and then it grows again. So compounding interest is your friend. That is number 5. That is your big helper to help you get that 401k millionaire status. Number 6 tip, check your asset allocation at least annually. And why are they calling that out? Because let's say you have a fund, you have a 401k that's invested between just large cap and mid caps. Going to keep it simple. And large cap outperformed the mid caps in 1 year. And so your balance goes from like 50-50 to more like 75-25. It's pretty extreme, but this can happen. 75-25. What happens the next year? For all you know, large caps can have a very flat year or even negative year. And that 75%, that you grew to will take a big hit. By rebalancing, shifting things around, you reset your accounts and then give an opportunity should a big market correction occur. Number 7 tip, do not raid that 401k. And what they're getting at here is don't dip into that 401k. Don't withdraw cash early for a couple reasons. 1, you're stopping compounding interest from working in your favor. 2, a lot of times if you are withdrawing money before 59 and a half, you are going to pay some extra penalties. So we really don't want to do that. So stay away from that. A great way to not raid your 401k is to have a good, strong understanding of your personal budget and spending plan and save up for those emergencies by having an emergency fund, and save up for big purchases and not looking at your 401k like a piggy bank that you should be touched. Instead, only focus on looking at that 401k for what it is. It is a retirement fund. So something that you withdraw from when you're in retirement or after 59 and a half, so you don't pay penalties. I'm not saying you can't retire early. I'm just saying if you're going to retire early, have a bridge fund and do not dip into the 401k, because there's IRS rules that say you can withdraw from it after 59 and a half. Number 8 tip, don't panic when the stock market declines. This is going to happen. This was going back to that prior tip a couple steps ago. Rebalancing and checking the asset allocation of your 401k is important, because you're going to have dips. And sometimes it's dips in the biggest sector. So by spreading things out and having a nice diverse portfolio, these dips are not as impactful. So do not panic, do not raid, do not completely sell out or withdraw your account when there's a hit to the stock market. Number 9 tip, do not forget that 401k when you move. You leave jobs, you go from one company to another, you have options. Basically, the best options are, there's 3 options, 1 or 2 good options. 1, roll that 401k balance from one company to the other, or 2, roll it from a 401k into an IRA. That's going to either be an IRA that's traditional or IRA that is Roth. You'll work with an investment broker. They'll help you understand which ones you can move it to. By moving it, you have more control. And the other reason why you don't want to leave it there is you may not have the same discounted fees because you're no longer with that employer. You may even have less control, less investment options. Every 401k is different. There are bylaws on 401ks. So again, when you move companies, that 401k moves with you. And you have a choice. Do some homework. Understand what the best options are for you, but do not cash it out and take that hit when you should be letting that invest and grow more and more until you're 59 and a half. When you're 59 and a half, different game. Number 10, following up on a different game, you're playing a different game. You're doing some long-term investing, so which requires you to have a long-term mindset. Number 10 tip, have that long-term mindset when investing and in your 401k, because over time, if you consistently invest and you stay patient and there's good performance over time, you will hit that 401k millionaire status, but it will take time. Number 11, as you get raises throughout your career, increase your 401k contributions. As a nice way of doing this, frankly, to be very honest with you, as you're getting raises, raise it up 2-3% each time. And then all of a sudden, yes, it may take 10 years, but 10 years flies in life, right? Especially in your financial life. All of a sudden you find yourself starting at like 6 to 7% just to get that company match. And after a couple raises, every raise you're doing 2-3%, especially if you do like a 10% raise, all these raises, all of a sudden you find yourself maxing out annually, right? So adjust your contributions as you get raises. And then finally, the 12th tip, along the way, as soon as your budget can support it, go above that company match, especially if those investments are doing well. Quick rule of thumb is do your 401k, get the match. Then from there, focus on your IRAs. You have a little more control of what you can invest in your IRAs, or a lot more control. It's you have a whole opportunity of everything in the market. And then from there, go back to that company 401k. But if you're one of those persons that says there's no possible way, you have the discipline to invest in an IRA, an individual retirement account, that's okay. That's okay. You got to know your investing profile, your habits. That's okay. Focus on the 401k, and then maybe after your 401k, focus on your IRA. Each person is different. There's no one size fit all to all of this. So again, that 12th tip, go above that company match. You can do it. And love it. Just remember, over time, 401k is a great place for people, both employed and self-employed, to sock away a lot of money for retirement and eventually, with consistent effort, get that 401k millionaire status. And you're going to be in a great position for retirement. And if you stick with it and you start really early, it could be multi-millionaire 401k. It just really depends on the person and the overall effort. Hey, quick recap of the 12 steps to grow your 401k to $1 million. Number 1, sign up for that 401k as soon as possible. Number 2, know what is needed to get that company match and contribute to get that company matched as quickly as possible. Number 3, if your budget can support it, work annually to get to the contribution limit. Hit that annual cap. Number 4, invest some of your contributions into stocks. Don't stick strictly to treasuries and mutual funds. You're not going to outpace inflation. So you want to get into large caps, mid caps, and small caps, and other other investment opportunities within your 401k. Number 5, let time and compounding interest help you. Number 6, check that allocation at least annually. Number 7, do not raid that 401k. Do not look at this as a piggy bank. Do not touch that 401k till 59 and a half. Number 8, don't panic. There's going to be downturns. These are investment opportunities. Number 9, don't forget that 401k when you move a job. You move from one job to another, you got to make that big decision. Are you transferring that 401k to your next 401k so you start with a bigger balance, or are you going to move it to an IRA? This is a decision. Do some homework. Work with a brokerage firm. They'll tell you they'll tell you options. You have to decide. Number 10, keep a long-term perspective. This is a long-term game. You're not pulling off a millionaire millionaire stash in your 401k in 1 year or even 2 years. It's going to be 10, 20 years usually. All right, number 11, adjust your contributions when you get a raise. So what they're saying here is as you're low in your income in your first couple of years or first 10, 15 years out of college, your income's not going to be so high that you could easily max it out. So as you get raises along the way, increase your 401k contributions. That'll help you get to the max. And number 12, this is easy one. Go above your company match. I say it's easy if you're doing number 11, right? So again, go above that company match. Go above that 6 and 5%, and then you will work closer towards contributing the annual cap. And this year, in 2024, annual cap for 401k is $23,000, and 2025, it's going to be $23,500.
Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for high yield savings account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here, and please enjoy and see you in the next video.